A young guy named Maxim worked as a barista in a small coffee shop, which, despite its modest size, was a favorite meeting place for many city residents. The coffee shop worked until late, and Maxim was often the only worker finishing his shift late in the evening. One day, when evening was giving way to night on the streets, Maxim had to work late. He stayed to serve the last of the customers and make sure everything was in order before closing the doors for the night. Dark night enveloped the city, and the coffee shop was illuminated only by the dim light of a small lamp. Maxim was full of energy despite being tired after a long day of work. Inhaling the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, he walked diligently behind the counter, believing that the coffee shop remained an ideal refuge in the dark. However, as the clock increased its speed, Maxim felt that something was wrong. He felt wary, as if someone was watching him. Looking around, he noticed a strange figure hidden in the shadows in the back rows of tables. Convinced of his observations, Maxim decided to check what was really happening there. Approaching cautiously, Maxim saw a tall man in a dark cloak covered with dust. His face was completely covered by the hood, and he stood, motionless, staring into the empty dining room. Maxim became wary, not understanding why this gloomy figure was watching. And then feeling that some force was hiding a terrible intention, Maxim decided to call for help. Selecting the phone, he tried to remain calm, but his voice sounded wary. "Police, security, someone help. I'm here alone and some man is watching." While Maxim hurried to the alarm voices on the phone, the shadow slowly approached him. The cell phone signal was interrupted, and Maxim, realizing that his strength had left him, felt fear enveloping him completely. Monstrous green eyes through the hood were the last thing he saw before plunging into the abyss of darkness. The next morning, when the police finally found out that Maxim was missing, they discovered that the coffee shop was closed and locked from the inside. No signs of intrusion, no signs of struggle. It is curious that from that day, no one decided to work in this small coffee shop, which was open until late. Residents of the city say that in the darkest hour of the night, you can hear the sound of someone's footsteps and the faint smell of freshly brewed coffee, which still envelops this terrifying place. Maxim's story has become a legend, warning everyone who dares to enter the coffee shop too late.